What's up, YouTube? It's another day with the one and only Billy J. And this is another episode of our week late and dollar short on our review of American Idol Season 14, Episode 18, The Top 8 Ladies. And once again, American Idol revealed its top 8 ladies via Price is Right. And the first contestant to come on down was Tiana Jones, and she sang Rockin' Robin by Michael Jackson. What a great way to start off the show with one of the better performances of the night with Tiana with Rockin' Robin. It was a great performance and great song choice, and it really got the crowd going. The next contestant was Lauren Lott, and she sang I Wanna Be Where You Are by Michael Jackson. And Lauren definitely hit some high notes in this song. She definitely showed off her range, especially her upper range. And I'd have to say this performance was a pretty solid performance. Next up was a surprise for me, but it was Maddie Walker, and she sang I'll Be There by the Jackson 5. The performance was actually surprisingly good. It was only pitching like one little section I noticed, but overall it was pretty good. And she definitely surprised me with her vocals. And it was most definitely a huge improvement from last week when she sang some Shania Twain. Next up was one of my favorite contestants, and that was Joey Cook. And she sang Shop Around by the Miracles. And being who Joey is, she rearranged the song to fit her style and her voice. She didn't have her accordion up with her this week, but she did have the band, and they performed it in like kind of a jazzy, bluesy type style. And I really enjoyed the song and the arrangement. All I can say to Joey is you keep doing you, boo. And next up is the front runner for the ladies, and that's Serena Joy Crow. And she sang You Really Got a Hold on Me by the Miracles. Wow, that's all I have to say about this performance. And I really loved how she picked a slower song to perform this week rather than like a fast-paced song dancing it around like she did last week. It's good that she changes things around. And the slow acousticness of the song definitely showed off her great vocals. The performance was beautiful and perfect. And it definitely didn't sound flat to me. I don't know what the hell Keith Urban was listening to. And I don't know what Harry's mentioning. It seemed in tune to me. And next up was Adana Duru. And she came on down and sang Hello by Lionel Richie. Now, I might be a little biased against this performance because I personally don't like this song. Even sung by Lionel Richie, I don't like it. But one thing's for sure is that Adana definitely has a flair for the dramatics, especially when she was singing this song. I didn't quite like the arrangement of the song, but I also didn't like the original song, so like I said, I might be a little biased against this performance by Adana. But at least it was a better known song than the song choice that she had last week. Next up was Jax, and she sang Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. And Jax pretty much copied Joey in having this song rearranged into a jazzy, bluesy style. And the arrangement was really off-putting for me. I personally didn't like it. I thought it was just okay. And like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of this version. And Jax is like Joey in which that she doesn't have the greatest range of voices, but she does have uniqueness and distinctiveness in their voice. And so, like Joey, Jax has to rearrange songs to better fit her voice. And I totally understand that, and I like that. But I personally wish that Jax had chosen perhaps like a different style to rearrange the song in, and not the bluesy, jazzy style that Joey did, because it seemed kind of copycatish. And I don't think this style or this arrangement of the song fitted Jax very well. And the final contestant to round up our top 8 was Alexis Gomez. And all I have to say is thank God it wasn't She Scott. And Alexis sang I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch by the Four Tops. And this definitely wasn't the performance to have to end the night. I don't know what an idol was thinking, because usually they have the top people to close out the night. But in this case, it definitely was not Alexis. But like I said, thank God it wasn't She Scott. And Alexis tried to put some kind of country twang in the song, and it just did not work at all. And the performance was really bad, so bad in fact that J-Lo said she just didn't like it at all, and J-Lo's usually the nice one, so it was that bad. So of the 4 girls that went home, I of course am not surprised by any of them. In fact, I think I actually called 3 out of 4 of them. And I have to say that this week the girls definitely stepped up their game. So it's really tough for me to pick the bottom 4. So my bottom 4, based on this week's performances, are Alexis Gomez, Adana Duru, Maddie Walker, and Jax. It was super tough for me to pick the bottom 4, with, well, the exception of Alexis. But there is a lot of talented girls this season. I mean, there's talented boys as well. I mean, this season, I would have to say, is really one of the toughest seasons to pick because there's just so much talent. And I'm not saying that because every year the people of Idol kept saying, oh, there's so much talent this season, it's the best season yet, blah, blah, blah. But in all honesty, I would have to say this season actually is perhaps one of the best seasons as far as talent goes. Because the usual formula for Idol was to have 3, maybe 4 contestants that could actually win the show and then just have a whole bunch of fodder. But this season is definitely tough to pick. And like I said, it's super tough for me to pick the bottom 4 guys, and it's super tough for me to pick the bottom 4 girls this week. And a lot of times it's going to come down to song choice and or arrangement of the songs. So those are my choices for this week. What are your choices? Who was your favorite performance and who was your least favorite performance? Leave a comment down below. And remember, peace, love, unity, respect. Peace out, guys.